Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. Interesting times.
Yes. Yeah. You got ate by a ship.
Well, yeah.
Well, technically, you got eaten by one of your comrades. The ship just helped. And you weren't entirely eaten, just partially.
Yeah.
You were parasitized by a ship.
Exactly.
So, Rodrigo, why don't we start our adventure this week?
Yeah, let's do that. Where did we leave off?
On a boat.
Yes.
In the Astral Sea.
Were you in the Astral
someplace.
Sea when we left off?
Well, actually, technically, no. We're in between as we travel through the Feywild as we do our little steppy thing.
Were we in an astral tree?
You would have been in a Feywild tree.
Yeah. We were in what? I think the summer canopy.
The summer. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Floating down some sap.
Mhm.
And then Sakar found his focus.
So, last time
On
Critical hit.
Critical hit!
That stuff
I
happened?
believe Sakar and Little Sparkle were cleaning up after that.
Oh yeah.
The
There was a lot of-
aftermath of that
Yep.
down in the hold.
Gross
So-
blood and tree bits.
Yeah.
Tree and
Was Dallin on the helm?
Yes.
Probably. Okay. And Seven Owls Wise and Albrecht.
Took advantage of all that sap to make some pitch to seal up the hull.
Right. We'll go to Seven Owls and Albrecht, who were working on fixing the boat. We'll say you are actually below decks, basically underneath, trying to seal up the last of that, or of where those branches broke through.
Yes, well, I hope the ship appreciates this.
Yeah. As you guys are finishing that up, you first hear and then immediately feel a really big bump. You clearly collided with something, and just essentially you can pick which one of you was inspecting the grain and just bumps their head super hard on it, as the ship kind of skips from the collision.
Oh, are you okay, Albrecht?
Ah,
We better go check and see what Dallin has done now.
climbs out of the makeshift scaffolding I made out of barrels and crates, and heads on up.
Okay. As you guys head up, you see that you're back in the Astral Sea. You look over, you see Dallin just do that thing where you just hit or just turn the helm just as hard as you can and just let it spin on in one direction. You see what was clearly some kind of lookout tower fall over and fall into the Astral Sea. And if you look in the other direction, you see a platform coming up way too fast for you guys to turn. And essentially the ship collides with it, bumps up into it, and moors itself. So, for Little Sparkle and Sakar down in the hold, there's the initial collision, which you sort of feel. And then this collision, the ship is, props itself up onto this platform at speed. So hard enough that you and everything else in the hold is going to essentially levitate, about a foot off the ground before crashing back down. And we'll say that it actually hits hard enough that Albrecht and Seven Owls actually just straight up roll off the ship.
Boom.
Oh no.
That's not good.
Into the Astral Sea?
I was gonna say, where do we land?
You land on said platform.
Ah!
All right.
Okay.
Well, I'll instantly pop back up.
The platform appears to be made out of wood. In fact, it appears to be made out of logs. They are made of a strange lumpy, dark, veiny wood that you don't immediately recognize as any sort of tree that you're familiar with. They're very, very well tied together, and the platform mostly was able to absorb the impact of the ship. So clearly, some good craftsmanship here. Like I said, you guys roll off and land below the ship. You can see down in the opposite direction from where the ship is that this platform continues for quite some time. There's a very large central building, and you might imagine that the platform continues past it. And this seems to be sort of a docking station. There are clearly several docks which are empty right now, except for some way down the way you see have some form of like catamaran type ships.
Okay.
Additionally, you guys sort of every 20 logs or so see some like a big gemstone lodged into the logs, usually kind of a purpley color.
Would we recognize these?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't think you guys have seen these before.
Okay. Do there appear to be other people like getting off the boats or on this dock, running towards us and screaming? And
that's exactly right. They're due now. There are other sort of lookout towers besides the one that you guys took out. Some humanoids are jumping off of those, and some others are coming out of other buildings. There's like small sheds kind of peppered throughout. And you have 4 very hostile-looking creatures coming towards you. They have sort of yellowish, bumpy skin, long nails, pointy ears, fangly mouths. They look like they have mostly embraced the pirate lifestyle, except a couple of them have their heads shaven. When Little Sparkle and Sakar emerge
Gith pirates
from the hold, they recognize them as Gith. And let's just go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't wanna.
All
It's
right.
time for some swords, my friends.
Where is the
Anyone can see and hear me get a +2?
7 Owls Wise.
37.
Albrecht.
34.
Dalin.
27?
Little Sparkle.
42.
And Sakar.
24.
So everybody can see the battlefield?
Yes.
This beige type stuff is the platform that you guys crashed onto. Obviously, there's some spooky, snarly Gith over here. This orange thing is the Regent. So some of you are still on the Regent. Moving off the Regent costs no extra movement, but getting back onto the Regent is going to eat up an additional square of movement, unless you're like teleporting or flying. But just like straight motion is going to be a 2 square situation. Obviously, there's blue stuff here, and on the other side is the Astral Sea. If you fall into it, it's going to be bad news for you. Okay, so let's go to the top of the first round. So at the very top, Gith Mindwave, which is this guy over here, is going to put his hands to his head and fire a beam of psychic energy at 7 Owls Wise. That'll be a 46 versus reflex.
Oh, man. Yes. Just barely, though.
Okay.
Was it 8 more or 10 more?
3 more.
Oh,
Ooh.
dang.
Wow.
Yeah, this kid's got hella reflex.
Apparently.
Actually, what's your... That shouldn't have been reflex. That should have been will.
Then yes,
Sorry.
that did hit.
Okay.
Either way, it hit. A lot more at will than reflex, though.
Yeah. Sorry about that. 57 damage.
Jumping. Fish hooks.
Things do pack quite the punch.
Yeah. Artillery, and you are immobilized until the end of your next turn.
Epic tier gonna be the death of me.
Save ends. And that's that guy, which takes us to Little Sparkle.
Cool. I am gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you say the yellow is difficult terrain?
No.
Or the dark yellow? Okay, just making sure. All right, then yeah, I'll move there to the Gith. I can't see what he's supposed to be. Oh, Gith Dragon Kick. All right, cool.
Yeah.
And I am going to dazing double shot him. So she'll move on in and stab him twice above, or like slash him twice above his eyes to try to get him disoriented, not blinded, because that would be cool if I could do that, but I can't. All right. Anyways, I've got combat advantage on him because he hasn't attacked yet, so it's going to be 41 to hit. What's defense is that against? AC.
That'll hit.
Great. Then I'm going to do some damage, and he is dazed until the end of my next turn. So he'll take 56 damage.
Nice.
Yeah, I like how you guys were crying about taking 50 damage.
Yep. I mean,
hey,
that's taking damage. This is sending damage.
Dealing damage.
I wasn't crying about taking 57 damage. I was scared for the fact that that's a low roll for him.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's a valid point.
And then because I am a Artful Dodger, that lets me shift 2, so I'm going to move back to not be that rogue.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I forgot. That's Dazing Double Strike. I get to hit both of them when I do that.
Oh.
Yeah, because I can, could I have gotten to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Yep, I could have. So do that to the other one too.
Yeah. All right. So then that attack's gonna apply to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
It'll heal both of them. How much damage did you do?
56. That's me.
All right. And then it's 7 Owls Wise.
All right, 7 Owls Wise is going to look at this guy over here that's all dressed up in red, and he's going to throw his Oath of Enmity on him.
Okay.
And then he is going to use his Astral Blades of Death.
Does Oath of Enmity care about closeness?
Close burst 10. And it does. When I'm making a melee attack against the target, and the target is the only enemy adjacent to you, you make 2 attack rolls. But
so it doesn't say that you have to target the closest enemy or anything like that?
No. It says one enemy you can see in burst.
Okay.
As I said, he's going to start waving his hands in the air like he just don't care, and he's going to strike out with the Astral Blades of Death. And so it's just like this warping of the air as it approaches. What is this? Gith Tiger Punch with a 40. Oh, that's an at 20. So there you go.
Jamming.
So that is 36 plus 12 damage. 48 damage. And that would be radiant damage as well. So if that matters to these guys.
Might.
I don't think it does. All right, that's going to take out Gith Tiger Punch.
Nice.
Boosh.
And then I'm going to save for immobilized, and I roll a 15, and I do.
Yay.
All right.
Unfortunately, Brain Beam is still around.
Yeah, I'll get him next. And so I recover my Oath of Enmity, just so you know.
Yep.
My turn is over.
All right, that's going to take us to Gith Brain Beam. He is going to shoot a Brain Beam at Albrecht. 48 versus Will.
Yep.
Okay.
You were rolling really well.
Yeah.
That is an 18.
We'll see on damage. It'll be 83 psychic.
That's a good
And your
amount.
immobilized save ends.
Well, that'll bloody me.
And that'll be his go, which is going to take us to Albrecht.
Heal thyself.
Yep. You're going to have to do that. So, minor action, inspiring word upon myself. I got just 2 of you guys near me.
How near is near?
2 squares.
Ow.
Yep.
Uh,
So an additional
if you want to
4.
hold your... Actually, no, I'm going to be popping myself all the way over the place.
What you got there, Brian? Or what are you thinking?
Maybe I'll just switch to my sword and shield and take a defensive action. Is that a thing I can do with a move in a standard?
Yeah.
Okay, I will do that then.
Okay.
Was your minor second wind?
Yep. Oh no,
Doesn't that
I could have done that. That'd have
do
been
the
a good.
same bonuses as defensive action?
Yeah. I wouldn't have gotten
You can
those.
also just hold an action and be like, if something gets close enough to hit, I'll hit it.
Mm-hmm. Ready in action.
Sure. I will do that then.
Mostly, you just don't want you using 2 actions to do the same thing that does nothing.
Okay, you want to have spend your second win instead?
Nah, I get slightly more healing with this, although I probably should have, because...
I mean,
Just-
the thing is if things go badly, other people can get you to use your second win.
True.
So it's it's not a clear benefit or a total benefit.
Yeah, sure. I will use my second wind instead, knocking off 23 of this healing. And just do that. And then, hold an action to smack anyone that comes close.
Okay.
Do I have to declare what the intended power would be, or just...
Yes.
This might be kind of a weird one, but I'll just queue up my at-will opening shove.
Ha.
It's a thought.
I see what you're doing here.
I mean, that's what I was kind of planning on trying if I went over there, but put a kibosh on that.
Your stubby little dwarf legs don't get you far enough to do anything nifty with that.
Well,
All right. Anything else?
Immobile. That's going to be it.
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Save versus immobilized.
I forgot about that part.
That's the problem. Yay, I made it.
All right.
You're deimmobilized.
Yes,
Okay.
for now.
Remobilized?
That's gonna take us to Gith Tiger Punch,
Who's
who
dead?
is actually out of the thing.
Yay.
We targeted the right one for a change.
But is he dead?
I mean, I
I
killed him.
I think sure seems that way.
Did he fall off the pier?
We'll say yes.
Then yes, I think he's dead.
That's gonna take us to Dalin.
Curse.
Okay.
Gith Dragon Kick, what with him being the closest.
Curse you, Gith Dragon Kick!
And then Dark Transport at Gith Dragon Kick.
What's
Okay.
that do?
That's the one that lets me swap places. I'm giving you something to punch.
Interesting.
Nice.
He's dazed right now, right?
Correct.
He is dazed right now, yes.
Yeah. 41 versus Will.
41 versus will hit.
Yay. 33 damage.
Okay.
And we swap places. I have concealment, what with having moved 3 spaces. I'm going to use my move action to go all Eladrin. Face step? Is that it?
Okay. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boop. Pop over here. Get to use a basic attack because of the 1 feat. Because I have concealment, I have combat advantage on them.
Which one are you attacking?
I'm going to go for the Gith Brain Beam.
Okay.
45 versus AC.
That'll hit.
19.
Okay.
Then I'm going to spend an action point and
Okay.
use Dimensional Slash.
All right. On whom?
Same guy.
Okay.
This lets me teleport myself and the target a number of squares. If I teleport him above the drink, does he get a saving throw?
If you teleport him. Okay, yeah. The rules for teleportation do say if Arriving in a destination space would cause the target to fall, or if that space is hindering terrain, the target can immediately make a saving throw, and a save the teleportation is negated. Otherwise, that target arrives in destination space. If a prone creature teleports, it arrives in the destination space still prone. So, yep. You want to dial that back, Rob?
Yeah. I would go after the the one I'd already damaged.
Since they have the same defenses, and then he'll roll a save. No, he won't save.
Woo!
Ooh.
Boosh in the
All right.
drink.
Kill's a kill.
Curse damage. 27.
That's going to take Gith Dragon Kick out.
Woo! Curse trigger. All right. Should I teleport next to the Gith Mind Wave to prevent him from blasting without
Do
taking
not do
opportunity
that.
attacks?
Do not do that.
Do not do that?
Do not do that.
Why?
Okay.
Because I'm going to attack him.
Okay.
And the
How?
thing that I'm going to do will require nothing to be between me and him.
I can teleport 5 squares right now, so I can be
Okay.
behind him.
Be anywhere, just not between me and him.
So do not go to this space.
Do not go here or here. Here or here is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Okay.
I got
kinda
to think.
say to the north of him, and that way you got a square of platform on every side of you.
Yeah, that was what I was going to go for. I think I'm out of actions.
You think?
That's going to take us to Sakar.
All right, Rodrigo. I
Okay.
have a question.
All right.
What is a stance?
Stance. The main feature of a stance is it's usually a scene long power,
Mhm.
and a stance really only means that you can't have multiple stances on at a time. So if you struck up another stance, you would lose the benefits of a previous stance.
All right. So, using Incredible Stride, which is a minor action,
Mhm.
and I take a stance, can I go across here, or do I have to follow the path of the actual ground? There's like
So incredible speed is a stance.
Incredible Stride is a stance. Until the stance ends, I get a +4 power bonus to speed.
Yeah, I mean, so
Would it,
if you want to
would it
go
require me to stay
straight-
on land?
Yeah, so I mean, here's the deal.
Mhm.
You can always, no matter what, jump across these squares. If you have,
Mhm.
A means of flying or teleporting, then obviously that would remove any danger. But without any sort of stance, if you give me a high enough athletics check, you can jump that way. I would definitely say, if you wanted to do that, try to jump across a smaller distance.
right.
Furthermore, once you start getting like down here, it probably does get to the point where you can't, where the movement starts eating up squares. But generally speaking, because of the way that diagonals work in this game, you don't lose. In fact, you kind of gain momentum when you move diagonally. So if your first movement was to here, that's actually weirdly a net gain on movement.
So it's better. Okay.
Yeah. So
all right.
Yeah. So depending on what exactly you want to do.
All right. Well, Sakar is going to take a particular stance.
Okay.
One sword forward, one sword back. And he's going to lean forward like he's just about to take off in some sort of running race. And then he's going to literally run. But he's going to run faster than he's ever run before. I don't know if I've ever used this power before. So I can move 11 if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I can end up here, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So Sakar is literally going to run as fast as inhumanly possible and end up here.
Mm-hmm.
And then Warden's Lure.
Okay.
which will pull each target that I can see in a burst 4, which means the guy who's still alive, 3 squares to a square adjacent to me, and then I can chop his face off.
You definitely used Warden's Lore before. It's one of the best powers that Wardens have.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely used Warden's Lore. I don't know that I've ever used the Incredible Stride. I've used the
That's
leaping
fair.
one and the teleporting one, but I don't think I've ever used the running one. I have a lot of ways to move really fast.
Okay, so is that a roll ahead of time, or does the pull happen automatically?
You pull each target 3 squares, then make a following attack. So the pull seems to be automatic with the power. It's the effect of the power. Then I have the ability to make the attack versus AC.
Okay.
And
Where are
I'm
you
going
gonna
to
pull
do
him
that.
to?
You pull them
Do I
3
get any-
squares, Matthew?
Pull him up to 3 squares.
So it's a burst 3?
It's a burst 4. And they have to end in a square adjacent to me, which is why I was worried about you being in between, just in
No,
case
that's
I
fair.
couldn't pull him around in a do-si-do.
Can you not have
'Cause
just
you could
stayed right here?
actually end.
Could you have not moved right here and pulled him into the water?
Yeah, potentially
the
pulled him into
save?
the drink. If he makes a save, you can just
Then you punch
pull
him.
him here.
I have to pull him to a square adjacent to me.
Well, if you are here, this square right here is adjacent to you.
I suppose that is a thing.
I mean, if you want
Do
to.
it.
I'm just saying that's something you could do.
Is that something that I can do?
Yeah, I think
Is
so.
that allowed?
I mean,
So
he
yeah,
gets
if
a
I
He
get
gets
save.
here.
Something
he
you
gets
can
a
try
save.
to
Here's the
do.
deal.
Yeah.
He gets a save. If he saves, then basically none of your power is going to happen because the pull is going to be negated.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. So I think I'd rather chop
Okay.
That seems reasonable.
because my chop theoretically should be a good chop, but a choppy. Do I get any combat advantage from Dahlan being where he is?
No.
No, if you were able to end 1 square higher, you could.
yeah.
So if I were able to end here, well, I can't though.
You might be able
I
to.
can't.
Yeah, you could. He could end 1 square lower and do the
7,
same thing.
8, 9, 10, 11.
I could. Could I go here and get combat advantage?
Yeah.
So I get a +2 to attack.
So this
Okay.
is all just a big jumpy jump?
This is actually a leaping run to the point where you see a huge blur in mismatched armor literally race across the platform, whip the swords around to get his attention, and draw him in for the big choppy.
But
It's
it
that.
wasn't
It's
a
that.
charge, right?
It's a what?
It's not a charge. No,
Not a charge. Darn. Okay.
it's not a charge. It's a move action.
It's that thing where like Christian Slater looks over and Lestat is or Louis is already at the opposite end of the room.
Yeah, it's a Warden power, but it somehow is celerity.
It's that thing where Pudgy Pig is dancing and the Red Ranger throws up his sword. It goes, wah! And, never mind. That's a different thing. So I am going to roll to attack now.
Okay.
Plus 31. Oh, my sword got more powerful. Oh, yeah. Hey, Beavis. 44 versus AC.
That'll hit.
All right. I'd like to kick in, since I've never used it before, the magical power of my vampiric sword.
Okay.
Which will deal an extra 3d6 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Nice.
So let's see how this all goes with my choppy in the face. Do I get a plus to damage for being in combat advantage? I don't know how this works.
No.
Not
I
unless
hear
you're
Sam
May.
do it all the time, and it sounded like fun.
Yeah, it's Rogue's whole deal.
So 27 damage.
27 damage.
And marked.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely marked. Am I good to stay here, do you think, or should I move someplace?
You're probably fine.
I'm going to stay here then.
There's nowhere that moving's gonna make you any
Benefit you.
safer right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Or
may
any
actually
less
point and
safe.
try and take him out if you've got a decent encounter power.
I've got some
Yeah.
things.
Or maybe just save it up when it's just
Save it
one.
for the inevitable skill challenge that's going to come after this. It's unlikely that you're going to kill him before you axe.
I'm still worried about those other 3. Psionics, man.
They're not really
Psionics,
known
man.
for the self-resing.
Maybe they made a psychic cocoon.
Psionics, man. All right, well, so you said that the stance is for the length of the encounter?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I will remember that I have a speedy bonus. I do have a thing, and I have a thing, and I have another thing. But is Dallin injured?
No.
Is anybody else within a burst 5?
No.
No.
Nope.
Nah, no sense of that then. I shall end my turn at this time.
Okay. Oh, that's going to take us to the top of the round. I would say you guys are doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Most of them are in the ocean.
Get Mind Wave. Now gets a turn.
He's marked.
He's marked and in melee, so he's going to use his melee attack against the car. And he'll botch it.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oh no.
That's unfortunate.
You guys
Actually
are
hurt
doing
himself.
very well.
Yeah. Oh, no. I kind of feel
All
bad
right.
for the guy.
I don't.
Yep.
That was
So,
just a melee attack that didn't use any psychic power.
That does use psychic power.
Oh. Well, I'm going to trigger something then.
You have
Okay.
anti-psychic stuff?
Yep, immediate reaction. The thing around my neck
Hang on.
when he tries
What
to
is
attack
the trigger for the immediate reaction?
an enemy misses or hits you using a power that has charm, fear, or psychic keyword.
Now there you go.
No.
Okay.
So when he tries to attack with psychic power, the vial of blood around Sakar's neck actually just sort of vibrates a little bit, and it boomerangs back on him. The triggering enemy takes 20 psychic damage from trying to hit me.
That's cool.
Any other clauses to that?
Effect. The triggering enemy takes 20 psychic damage. Immediate
Mhm.
reaction. Trigger. An enemy you can see hits or misses you using a power. The blobbity blue. There are no others.
Okay.
You take damage. Magic powers.
So, yeah, he charges up his hands with psychic energy, goes to hit Sakar, and it, like he says, it just like boomerangs right back on him and hits him in the face. It's a bad turn for that guy.
Mhm.
Neat.
It's going to take us to Little Sparkle.
Yeah, it's about to get worse.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I have line of sight to him from there
Yeah.
to throw Huck a dagger? Great, just making sure because of the weird, angles and stuff.
Like a dagger
then,
is my favorite Care Bear.
he is marked, but I don't currently have combat advantage from there, so let's figure out a way to get it. I'm going to use Flock Tactics. An enemy adjacent minor action. An enemy adjacent to an ally grants combat advantage to you until the start of my next turn. So I'll say, Sakar, give me an opening. And Sakar will shift in some way to make the Gith mind wave a little off balance, and then I'm gonna huck a dagger at him with just gonna be a good old sly flourish. So 52 to hit his AC.
That'll hit.
And then because I have combat advantage, I get to do my sneak attack, and then this actually does a slightly higher base damage because that's my dex. So,
It adds your charisma, doesn't it?
or my charisma, that's what I meant. Sorry. So he'll take 55 damage.
Okay.
Jamming.
Woo!
That'll kill him.
Yes. Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Yay. We did it.
Until they
boy.
come back from the dead.
They're not coming back from the dead.
They do not seem to be coming back from the dead. If
Yeah,
they were to
say
come
never.
back from the dead, they would have probably already done so.
That is fair.
Yes. Well, you know what? I like a short fight. I like fights that are
too.
done in under an hour.
Yeah.
And so we're going to end this week's episode right there. Bet you didn't see that coming, did you? People who are like, 3-hour episode. Must be a fight episode. Nope, not this time. All right, everybody. Thanks for downloading and checking us out. Podcast at Major Spoilers. If you have questions, of course, go check out our Patreon page at patreon.com/Major Spoilers if you want to hear next week's episode a week early. And until next time, here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2019 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.